We're going to be crossing live to Ormonde, south of Johannesburg, to get the latest update on that building collapse that claimed 6 lives. And of course, a rescue effort is still underway there. Important conversation then. And of course, the impact of the offensive in Iran by the United States and Israel has caused severe damage along the futures of oil, gas and energy security and its predictability. Oil prices have skyrocketed over the weekend and are poised to continue on the up. This evening we speak to the Deputy Director General for Petroleum Resources in South Africa to get a sense of what shock absorbers are in place to help those most sensitive to those price sensitivities stomach it while the ongoing conflict and war is, of course, poised to continue for quite some time. We're going to be speaking to him this evening. We're also going to be speaking to the CEO of the Road Freight Association on their concerns pertaining to the oil price and the impact it could have on the sector. A little bit later on, we speak to analyst Khaya Sitole on the arrest and at least the fine of more than 350 million rand by the Financial Sector Conduct Authority against the former head of legal of Steinhoff, and of course the saga that led to Steinhoff's demise. We're going to be speaking to the details of that fine, what it means out and where we stand in, of course, the Steinhoff case prosecutions, investigations and sanctions and ramifications that have been met out. But we lead with this. 6 people have died after a building collapse in Ormonde, south of Johannesburg. Johannesburg Emergency Services Management says rescue crews were called to a structural collapse at the Sixth Amethyst Business Park this afternoon. Authorities say 1 person has been rescued while 2 others remain trapped under the rubble and 3 are unaccounted for rather. EMS says the cause of the collapse is not yet known and authorities have not confirmed the nature of the building. They add that 12 people were inside the building at the time of the collapse. Earlier in the day, Joburg MMC for Public Safety Mgcini Chwaku visited the scene. EMS has urged members of the public to avoid the area to allow emergency personnel to operate safely and efficiently. SABC News reporter Thato Letsaba is at the scene and joins us now for an update on that. Thato, of course, we have heard earlier from the city manager that there aren't approved building plans for this. And I guess that would make it a little bit more difficult for emergency services operators to actually have a sense of the layout of the infrastructure to plan how to unpack the rubble so that they can continue their rescue efforts. Have they made any sort of advancements as far as the rescue efforts are concerned?
Well, a very good evening to you, Oliver, coming to you live from Ormonde, south of Johannesburg, where that tragedy claimed 6 lives. We understand right now 5 bodies have been retrieved and are currently loaded on a forensic pathology vehicle. The 6th body is yet to be taken out from that. 3 people have been since hospitalized and 3 others have not been accounted for. To help us with the correct information and to dive deeper into this matter, I'll bring in the emergency spokesperson, Olile Khumalo, who has more information. Thank you so much, spokesperson, for making time with us. What can you tell us in terms of the latest?
Good evening. Like you just have mentioned, 5 people have been rescued. They have been found and they are being transported by ambulances. Pathology is here as well. They have been declared. The families have not been informed as yet. They have not, identified, the families have not identified the bodies as yet. I'm assuming that that process will be carried at the pathological laboratories because it has not been conducted here.
Do we know for how long this operation will continue?
We are still here. The operation is still ongoing. We have no indication as yet as to when it will be terminated.
And perhaps what is the challenge right now in retrieving the other people, especially now?
It's the slab, the concrete slab that fell or collapsed. It's they may or might be buried under the 3 that we are still looking for. They're the ones that are not accounted for. We have not located them as yet.
And are you in a correct position to talk about the preliminary investigation?
Not yet. All investigations will take place as soon as all search and rescue operations have been completed.
Thank you so much. Well, there you have it, the emergency spokesperson shedding light on this tragedy that took place. And earlier on, when we spoke to the city manager of Johannesburg, Dr. Floyd Brink, he did mention that from their point of perspective, a preliminary report that they received indicates that there may have not been any consultations in terms of the plans to construct this business. Earlier on, when we were on the scene, we saw 2 gentlemen who were being questioned by the detectives, and therefore a phone call was made by these 2 individuals to try find out where is this plan, and the authorities, of course, are saying that there have not been certain submissions. And we know that the issues of building collapse in Joburg is starting to be a widespread. Just a month ago, downtown Johannesburg, there was a building that collapsed, and he did say, the city manager, that there is lawlessness within the city, where we're seeing the continuation of these buildings without consultation and proper mandate being followed, Oliver.
Really do appreciate it. Thato, Letsaba coming to us live there from the building site in Ormonde, where it has collapsed, claiming the lives of 6 people.